Work is Work, podcast by Vinny T. I put the work in, whole squad be urging.
All right, another episode of Work is Work podcast by me, Vinny T. I never like my intros. Never like them. On this episode, I have two guests. So it's the first time I have two guests, so we'll just wing it like I always do anyway. So, yeah, we'll just get it started. So introduce yourselves and tell us what you do for work.
Okay, I'm Mel, and this is Karen, and we're sisters. Currently, we are the owners of a skincare brand called Cielo.
So we're a natural, non-toxic skincare brand, and we have launched a year ago, and it's been quite a journey.
Yeah. How does that conversation start? Because when people tend to start a brand, it's always like clothes or something generic. How did skincare get into the? How did it start the conversation?
Okay, so Kat has been very much into skincare her whole life.
Yep.
I remember getting ready for parties and things, and she'd have like an oat and avocado face mask and like, I don't know, egg yolk in her hair and just
Whatever I could find in the pantry, basically.
So from then, I quit my full-time job, and we were talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about doing a skincare business because I suffer from eczema. So this story is kind of like a more sentimental story, I guess, because I tried every cream that you could think of. There was so many alcohols and synthetic formulations out there that brands were using, and I just couldn't find anything that was suitable for my skin. I was using a lot of steroid creams, so I was trying to steer away from that, and I was going through steroid withdrawals. So yeah, Mel and I were just like, let's just make something. And Mel also had her reasons too.
I've got two girls, aged 2 and 4. Actually, aged 3 and almost 5. They just had their birthdays last week. But they are very sensitive to any form of... Is that an alarm? Anybody? Sorry. They are very sensitive to anything that I would buy off market at Chemist Warehouse,
Yep.
where you tend to go for your baby products.
It's probably like a man question, but when do you realise it's the actual stuff you're using? Like you're using it and go, oh, try a different product. It's like, no, it has to be something else. Like it's the chemicals and then...
Yeah, I guess you just start reading the ingredients on the back of all of the brands, and you're just like, what is this?
Why is it?
Why are the names so complicated? It should be things that you know. It shouldn't be, all of these
sulfates and
chemical
all of these different emulsifiers.
I guess that's more common for females.
Yeah,
To read
probably.
that stuff?
I think so.
Yes.
Well,
It's
you'd be
me-
surprised. There is a lot of men that love skincare.
Yeah.
Not me.
Nowadays there is.
Yeah, there is nowadays.
Yeah.
I have similar. I have eczema as well.
Mm-hmm.
I had bad skin as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I started realising when I used to wash my face with soap
Oh my God.
when I was young. I know. I'm a boy, man. Like, you know what I mean? No one told me,
all-in-one
like, what?
soap.
Sisters didn't tell me, like, but, and I broke out and I was like, all right, now I have to find something to read. Oh, sensitive skin. Or,
Did you break out into like a rash or
Rash.
like acne? Oh, okay.
Both.
Yeah.
Still do. I got this pimple right here, actually. Interesting. Because, so when did you start?
So
We started formulating about nearly 3 years ago.
years, yeah, 2.5
3 years ago. It was one night, put the kids to sleep. Kat's like, come to my house. We
Pre-ordered
Yeah, we
everything.
pre-ordered a few products, as in ingredients.
Yeah. And you did it yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we
first
just
time we did it
started
ourselves.
making it.
Yeah. And with that, we
had a lot of
a
body
lot of
butter.
body butter. Yeah.
Like a lot left over.
We
I'm
were
talking
filling
what the
jars
frick did
and
we think?
containers
Yeah.
and we just like the ratios. Obviously, we didn't know.
So you always been making your own stuff, Kaz?
Well, pretty much. Well,
Yeah.
look, to
When
be
you were
honest, in the
younger?
pantry, I
yeah,
had.
lip
I was
balms
always
and lip
making different
scrubs,
things.
and she'd come over.
So it's
yeah,
that ideas started at a very
Yeah.
young
Yes,
age.
yes.
How old? Like 6?
Oh gosh, probably like.
probably when you started hitting the club.
No, I reckon even before
Yeah,
that.
probably.
But yeah, there was a point where I would literally make something. We'd be going out to a nightclub or something, and like I'd take the whole day to get ready, like put oil treatment in my hair. I'll make this like concoction, and then like do a face mask or like a egg whites to make your skin nice
I
and
thought
tight.
Because I thought you just went like skincare. Let's just try it.
No.
Let's just do it.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
also South American, so I guess it also stems from our South American roots because, we're all very in touch with nature and all of that. So, but yeah, there was many times where I'd have like a face full of avocado, and then I'd be like, "Mel, do you want some? I've got some left
How did you
over."
know avocado was going to work? Did you read it up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
got so many benefits. It's very high in vitamin E. So if I was feeling like I had really dry skin, I'd also make the product depending on what my skin was doing. But there was definitely times where we were both lathered in whatever it was that we had in the pantry, and then the doorbell would ring. And we'd be like, "Oh my God, you get it. No, you get it. You get it. No, you get it." And it was like this fight of like, "No, you get the door." Like, "Oh my God." Like, but it's okay. It was like Jehovah's Witness or something, so it's all good.
Mel, were you just tagging along?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
I mean, to be honest with you, she was the one that would take all day to get ready. I would be like 20 minutes and I'm done. And I would even make myself an outfit in that time. Like, yeah.
Mel did a lot of, she had her own clothing label when she was younger. So
Yeah.
that was back to one of her jobs anyways.
Yeah. Oh God, I have a list of jobs.
Yeah. It was
We'll
cool.
get to
Tell,
it. We'll
you
get
can
to it.
tell who's older.
Your family's quite creative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, our dad's very creative.
That's
yes.
Dad is
an
a
art,
full
like a
artist.
artist.
Always has been, like since straight out the womb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'd probably give you that go ahead,
Creative
do whatever you
flair.
want
Oh, yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Mum's just got this like boss queen energy. So she's just like,
She does.
the two of them put together, I guess, made me and Mel.
Yeah.
Like, with a lot of our experiences and what we've seen growing up. A lot of that also has to stem with cielo till this day.
Yeah. What does cielo mean? Did I pronounce it right?
Cielo.
Cielo.
Cielo means sky in Spanish.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is that a name you've had in your mind for a long time?
It was something that we came up with. So my dad always says the sky's the limit. And as you know, the sky has no limit. So it's like, reaching for your
Stars.
goals, reaching for the stars.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we came about the name. But we did have difficulty with the name previously because of trademarking. So we had to change what we originally had to Cielo, but we can't see it any different now.
No,
like
it's a
that's-
blessing in
Yeah.
disguise.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
for sure.
Well, my kids
Oh, yeah.
suffer from, they've-
Eczema?
Not eczema, but they've got very sensitive. They're very sensitive to, say, your natural wools and things like
yeah.
that. So I was very careful with what I had to put on their skin,
Yeah.
for hydration or to even wash in the shower.
Yeah.
So when Kat said that she wanted to make some concoctions,
You're in it.
and we ordered some stuff, and I was there. So we ended up here.
Yeah.
It was like a 4-hour. It was like a 4-hour process, and we had so much product left over. We started giving it out to.
So you didn't go to a professional. You just did it.
Afterwards, we did.
Oh,
yeah,
so you
yeah.
tried everything first.
Yeah, we tried our
Wow.
own formulas first, and it took us quite a few goes. But even our scent was different at the
Yeah.
start. We went for something a bit more citrusy, but gave out all the products to friends and family who absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
And we just kept getting positive feedback, and they were like, "You need to do something with
Yeah.
this. You need to do something."
So really it was just for yourselves first?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, it still is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. we use it every day.
But I think the good thing is that the feedback that we've been getting from other people is that it is helping them with their skin
Yes.
journey. So I think that's the most important thing is
I use the butter.
Yes.
the body butter.
Yeah, so I have my skin's like seasonal.
Yeah.
So Melbourne's weather.
Yeah.
So if it goes cold, hot, I'll get dry skin certain spots.
Yeah.
And I used to have the summertime when it gets real hot. I had a dry spot on my forearm. Couldn't get rid of it. Nivea didn't work. Whatever, just didn't work. And I used your body cream, and it done wonders. Like,
Yeah.
it used to be here.
Yeah.
If you can
You
see.
need some more, bro.
I do. It's called laziness.
All about being consistent.
It is.
Yeah.
When you say seasonal, that's actually so true because I find that my eczema is seasonal. Like I've tried so many different things like steroids, process of elimination with food,
Yeah.
cutting things out of like, even bleach out of like washing my clothes. If I want to make them a bit more whiter, take the bleach out, use natural products for laundry, and nothing worked. And then I went overseas to Italy. I had everything that you could think of that I wasn't supposed to eat. And I ate everything. I did everything wrong. And my eczema fully went away.
Oh.
So
Wow.
I think the thing is that Melbourne weather, even my dermatologist said that Melbourne weather is probably one of the most, driest, eczema-prone, in the world. So, don't think that it's always going to be, food and things like that. It could be the pollen in the air that,
Yes.
triggers
correct.
it.
Let's go back to, let's start from your first
My first job?
jobs.
Mel?
Mel? Mel was older.
I'm 6 years older. Yes.
And this is just used to, right?
There is, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I was 14 and 9 months when I got my first job.
That's legal.
And it was at Brumby's Hogan's Corner, which is now formerly known as Daniel's Donuts. I think it was like the first Daniel's Donuts. Anyways, I was fired in 4 shifts. I think it was 4 shifts. But yeah, I'll get back to that. Yeah.
4?
4 shifts, yeah.
No, 4. What did you get
Oh,
fired
4.
for?
I'll get back to that because
Okay.
it ties in with my second job.
Okay.
I was in year 8, and I had a friend, Luke, and we were sitting under the sails, I remember, and he said to me, Mel, do you want a job? I'm thinking, do I want a job? Yeah, I kind of do want a job. I don't want to work at Brumby's anymore. But he's like, oh, well, my dad's a chiropractor. And
Sorry, that's a train.
So, yeah. My dad's a chiropractor and they need a receptionist. And I'm like, sure, I'll work as a receptionist, not knowing what was involved.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're 14. And at that time, I don't think I even had a mobile phone. We organised an interview through Luke, who told me the time and place, and I was there and I got the job and I was there for 8 years. And I actually trained Kat, and it was also her first job. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she took over?
Yeah. Well, we
Well,
worked
together
for a bit. Yeah, it was just part-time work, after school, which I loved because they were so accommodating.
This is like year 10-ish?
No, you're right. Year 8, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 14. Year 10 would be. So you worked there throughout whole high school?
Yes, yep. That's
Even
what I'm saying.
past high school?
Yeah, they were great because, obviously my friend Luke, he was also, during exam periods or camp, or if I needed to take time off, or they would actually force me, hey, it's exams, you need to take some time off.
That's
So,
good.
yeah, it was really good. So I trained Kat. But, that's why. I was fired from Brumby's because they called our house phone one day and said, I'm just checking if Mel's able to come in and work. And my mum's like, she's working at her other job.
Oh, no.
Fired. Blessing in disguise.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so
'Cause you're not gonna
grateful.
keep-
Not mad about it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So you were working 2 jobs in school at one point?
I know. I got fired from Brumby's before I even
to
was,
get in.
yeah. But yeah, I trained Kat, and we had some.
How's it working with siblings together?
She trained me because there was only one reception on.
Like even now, is it bumping heads or not? Because I can't imagine work. I actually worked both of my sisters.
Did ya?
Yeah, it was hell.
Really? Well, I think that if there were issues between us, we probably wouldn't be working together.
Okay.
Yeah.
We see each other every single day.
Yeah.
Kat knows the way I am. I know the way she is. We kind of just accommodate to each other.
Yeah.
We're very on par with a lot of things
yes.
too. Like we
Yeah.
align with a lot of things. And I think if you don't have many comparables or
Yeah.
similarities, you might clash a lot. But yeah, we're very straight up with each other. So
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. How long did you work at the chiropractor for?
I think I worked at the chiros for it was probably,
How long did you work there for? 8 years.
I think it was about 8 years as well. But we had some funny moments, Mel and I. We
Can imagine.
there was
There were a few times. I went through like a very long childish relationship for 7 years.
Okay.
And when we broke up, I was like, it was all my teenage years pretty much. So it was like party. And Kat had just turned 18. So yeah, so we had some very wild nights. We used to do the Sunday shift. So
Yeah.
I think we would alternate Sundays.
Yeah.
And it was a very short shift, but there were times where we went out on a Saturday night.
didn't come home till 5 in the morning or something. And there
We
was
all
some
did.
times where I couldn't make it. Sorry to Peter and Carmen in advance if you're listening to this, my bosses, my old bosses. They were so lovely. But yeah, there were some nights where I'm like, Mel, I just can't do it. I can't do it. I think I'm going to be sick. You need to help me. Please, can you go in? She's like, oh my God. Are you serious?
There were even times where we went in together.
Yeah.
And she'd do an hour, I'd do an hour, she'd do an hour,
Oh,
I'd
really?
do an hour. Yeah, just so
And they
we
didn't
could,
care?
They didn't know.
They probably didn't know, but also as long as the work was being done, they.
And we were very professional.
Would you split the
Yes,
pay?
we were very professional.
Would you split the pay?
No, I think whoever was working would just,
Yeah.
or who was
Oh,
scheduled to
we
work.
just help
would
each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've never been
We've never been
like that,
about,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, you owe me,
Yeah.
I owe you. No, we've
That
never
would have been me
been
and my
like that.
sisters. Hey, that hour, I need it back. So how long did you work there for?
I think it was probably close to 8 years as well.
Yeah, because I quit
Yeah.
because I was doing uni and I went back to dancing. I used to love dancing and I quit for a couple of years and I went back
Used
to
to?
doing that. Yeah.
You still love dancing?
I still love
Oh,
it.
there you go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm South American. Put on some music and I'm there. Yeah, so I quit. Kat kept working there. I got a couple of jobs here and there. I think I worked at David Jones doing visual merchandising for Lacoste. I worked as a receptionist at a different company, like an
And then
electrical repairs.
you would just see it in ads and you just go for it?
Yeah, well, no, they kind of fell. No, David Jones, I applied for it
Okay.
because I was studying design at the time, so
Yeah.
I wanted something that tied in with the design side. The receptionist at the electronic repair company was through my mum's friend, and when I was about 26, I'm like, I need a steady income.
Yeah.
I had finished uni at the time, and I just applied for 40 jobs. I got a call from Toll on the Wednesday. I went in for the interview on the Wednesday, and I started on the Friday. And I was there for 10 years. It was my last job before I
What'd you do at Toll?
quit. A few things. I started off just as a clerk doing manifesting and consignments, and at the time they needed a customer service team. There was no customer service team. It was just some random guy that would pick up the phone that was ringing, hey, where's my freight? Oh, that he'd go on the floor,
Yeah.
look for it, come back, it's here, it's there, So they asked me to create a team.
Wow.
And I started hiring people and
10 years, did you say?
yeah, I quit. Well, I think it was 11 years, but it was mat leave, so it all counts.
Oh, yeah.
So about 11 years I worked there for.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I quit to start Cielo. Actually, I went back in between my two girls.
Yep.
I went back for I did go back full time. You would mind Amalia a couple of times a week. My mum would do another day. She was in childcare a few other days, but I just found like it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
I didn't have that same drive. Pre-kids, I would be there till 8 p.m., 9 p.m. if I needed to.
Yeah.
Post-kids, it was like 5 o'clock and I'm like, I need to leave. I need to get to my baby.
Yeah.
Your priorities just completely change.
Your turn, Karen.
My turn. Yeah, so chiropractors, everyone else back in those days had like Macca's jobs and KFC.
I was Macca's.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Yes, I was the same. All my friends, cinemas, McDonald's, and I was like,
Coles.
I'm a receptionist.
I'm grown.
Yeah, I'm grown. Yeah, it was different. It was cool because it was like, it was stressful because sometimes the doctors would run late or like you were in a very professional environment. So you had to like, do work cover and, DVA and all these kind of different things. And or even clients would get like angry because they were so behind. So, but yeah, it was fun because you come into
Go
like
clubbing.
that was the only downfall. You couldn't look like shit the next day.
Yeah, you had to. Yeah, you had
Present
to look
yourself.
present.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
you had to
to
look
present
presentable.
yourself. Yeah. So, and then I did like a bit of a makeup course and a hair course when I was younger. After that, actually, I went to uni and I did nutritional medicine.
Okay.
I hated it. I tried to stick it out, but I just hated it. So then I told my mum I want to do a makeup course, and she was like, "What? Oh my god! Like I've spent all this time and money on your schooling. Like, are you sure that's what you want to do?" It wasn't a thing to be a makeup artist back then. So while I was doing that course, I actually landed a job at Chanel and David Jones.
Yep.
And yeah, it was very, very different. It's very
Were you one of those ladies that
nice.
sat other ladies down and did their makeup?
Yeah. So I was a beauty advisor, I did makeup. We had to obviously, there's a lot of cross-selling as well, but I learnt so much about skincare, about presentation, and it was just
So it just
really,
made sense that you're doing skincare now.
Yes. For sure. So, it was really, really fun experience, and then that kind of fizzled out. I kind of didn't like the sales side of things.
Yep.
But I loved obviously all of the cosmetics and the makeup.
Discounts?
So I did.
Did you get discounts?
I did. Yeah, we got 20% off back then. So that was dangerous because you'd literally work
And spend
then
all-
you'd spend all your money on freaking whatever you could find, like whatever you liked. It was like, okay, done. But yeah, then I went on to working at Runway Room, which is by Alex Favola. And it was a funny story about that because I went for the job interview and I was like, wow, she's such a beautiful, blonde, tall lady. And, she offered me the job pretty much during that week.
What is it called?
Runway Room, so they do makeup.
Oh,
She has
models?
her own, no, it's makeup. So she has created her own line of
Yeah.
makeup, and she called it Runway Room. So she's also got like lashes, and then they did services. So they did hairstyling.
Yeah.
It was like a one-stop shop, so you could get your hair and your makeup done.
Yeah.
I think at one stage they were offering like spray tans
How'd
and
you
things like
come
that.
across that job? Just apply?
I think I just wasn't enjoying where I was and the hustle and bustle of being like in the David Jones section. So I was looking for a job and I found that one. And to be honest, I didn't even know. I'm not a footballer kind of gal. I don't follow the footy. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know who Brenda Favola was at the time. Like I just had no idea. I just went in, did the interview, and I loved, working there. And it was a really fun experience. I worked there for a few years. And then I did an academy there. So they did an academy on Sundays. Me working on Sundays. Look at me go. They did an academy where I would teach students how to do makeup. They were like up-and-coming makeup artists. And
It's almost like hairdressing makeup,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The schooling's similar?
schooling, So that was really fun. That was
Hit my
really
knee.
good. You okay?
Yeah.
So then from there, I think it was about COVID times, and obviously makeup had a big dip because we couldn't work, like if you weren't vaccinated, blah, blah, and all that kind of thing. So, and then we obviously had to stop working altogether. There was a lot of, services that stopped. And I thought I'd get into finance because my husband, obviously, Dale,
Yep.
was in finance.
That's right. I forgot about
Yes.
that. Wow. The years.
Yeah, he taught me a lot.
Was that during COVID?
It was kind of actually
Before?
can't remember. It was kind of like in between.
In between,
I think.
during, and then a bit after. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was maybe a little bit before too. Like things were starting to change in the economy. It was
Yeah.
like really different. And yeah, so I worked with him for a couple of years, but all I can say is love my husband to death, but you need some healthy separation.
So you worked alongside him?
Yeah, literally. And we started off in a little shoebox room, and then we, that's how it started. That was the starting of SFG.
So
back
Dayan is Karen's husband. It's still weird saying that. Still really weird. He's on one of his episodes. Can't remember
Yes.
which one.
Yeah.
3 maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, so when did Dayan start his own?
I think it was like 9 years ago now.
Oh, so he had his business up and running first
Yeah.
before you started to hop in?
Yeah. So that was that. But yeah, so I decided to like get some healthy separation, love him to death. I'm not saying that I don't love him.
I love how you had to say that twice.
I know he'll be listening. He's just be like, "Hey, what do you mean?" So then I worked at a few other finance companies, and I think I was going from company to company in that like stage because I just didn't like finance. Like it was soul sucking to me.
Yeah.
Like some people love it and they thrive off it, and like
I don't love it.
yeah, I don't know.
You would come
like
home and you were drained.
yeah, I hated
Mentally?
my life. Literally, like I was just like, I don't know. I just hated it. And,
Yeah.
and to be honest, it was a little bit male dominating in a sense.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just me personally. I'm not like a feminist or anything, but I'm like I did feel it a
Yeah.
bit. And yeah, I just wasn't enjoying it. It just wasn't
Especially when
fulfilling.
you've come from jobs that you've enjoyed, interesting, and
Yeah.
then switching it up.
I think also being like a bit more creative, like I was doing makeup and all of that, and then going into a corporate environment, I was like, oh my God, I'm just in front of the computer all day, every day, like just sitting there and then catching the train. And
It does. Those things do kill your creativity for sure.
yeah, I
lost mine for ages.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like go on, clock in, pick these boxes, go home.
Repetitive.
Repetitive.
like-
And you always have that urge.
Yeah.
You always have that urge when you get home. It's like, I should just draw or
Yeah.
something.
And the thing was like the money was great. It's just like
It's not even worth
it's
it.
not
damn.
fulfilling like for me. So from there, I went into I just did like a bit of a reception role because I wanted to do freelancing again for makeup.
Yep.
So I started working for myself, but I wasn't like really
This is
comfortable.
after lockdown was over?
Yeah. So, basically went into freelancing mode, started working for myself, and I wasn't comfortable yet doing makeup as a full-time thing. So I
Yeah.
got reception jobs at a skin clinic, Paulina's in Williamstown. And then I also worked at Lavanya Day Spa in Williamstown as well.
Yeah.
So I wanted everything to be really, really
relaxing.
Close to home. Convenient.
So you
Convenient.
just ditched that job and said, no, that's enough. I'm going this way.
Yeah. So I just did those 2 reception jobs, and I was doing my makeup on like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then all of a sudden my makeup got so busy that I had to give up the other 2 roles. And behind the works, I was also working on Cielo with Mel. So
At the same time?
it just got,
Really?
it was too much. Like I was like, oh my God.
I was on mat leave while that was
Yeah.
all happening, so
Yeah.
I had a pretty relaxed and free life at the time. Yeah.
You had 2 kids.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but they were in daycare.
Oh.
So yeah, it was
I'm not saying
perfect timing.
having kids is a problem. I'm sure they.
Trust me, sometimes it is. You just got to work around it.
Yeah.
Kat's she's just very understanding of my time. I think.
They're like my kids too. So I'm
Yeah,
kind of like,
yeah.
oh my God, let's go get them from daycare early.
Yeah,
Who cares?
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Why do you guys? Why do women spend so much time in a makeup place? your makeup shop?
There's just so many things to see, and the textures
And the
colours,
colours.
and you got to get the colours right.
Yeah.
There's just,
There's
there's
so
not
much
even
to it.
like majority of the makeup shops don't just have makeup anymore. They've got perfume and skincare and I mean, why
You could
wouldn't
be in there
you?
forever. It's like a builder going to Bunnings or something, you know?
Yeah, but the building goes to Bunny. He knows what he wants. He wants a 2x4, grab the 2x4 and he's out.
I know what I want when I go to Mecca.
You just want to spend the rest of your time looking at everything.
Yeah.
That's all.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think makeup took over, and then I was quite busy doing all of that. I had to give up the other jobs. I had to decide, and my husband was kind of like, look, if you love doing the cielo work with your sister and, like, you know, you think that you can really make a business from it, like, go for it. Like, you should just give it a go.
Good to have
Our partners were both very supportive.
Yeah.
it's good
Yeah.
because it only takes one person.
And I think that's what kind of pushed us to do it. They had a really you can do this attitude,
Yeah.
which helped us make that decision.
Yeah,
I think.
and we're very fortunate because not a lot of people, you know, have that relationship with their partner where
A lot of
they
people
say,
don't
go for
go
it.
through with their ideas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let alone having someone to push them.
Support,
true.
yeah.
That's why it's like with the makeup, it's just interesting because, like I said before, it's always the same old thing. Oh, I want to do a podcast and no one does it. I want to do clothing brands, like simple things like that. But
Yes.
skincare is like,
Yeah,
you know,
because
people.
you wanted
it's-
to do this podcast for ages, I
yeah,
remember.
a long time.
Yeah.
Very long time.
And you asked us to do this for ages.
Yeah, you guys weren't ready, but
No,
I was like, I don't know, Vinny, I don't know.
Yeah,
And then
well-
here we are.
yeah, for me, it's creating something.
Yeah.
Like I said before, it was dead for ages. I hated it. I wanted to feel that kid again, like probably like yourself, mixing that stuff,
Yeah.
being ready.
Yeah, it's a lot. I think it's a lot more for us too because we do everything in the business. There's
Yeah.
nothing we don't do. So all of our social media, we designed our packaging, we sourced our packaging, everything
Obviously,
from
we
like
formulate everything.
our inventory.
So I thought you guys thought of the idea and just called pros.
No.
You're like, hey, we need this.
No. We did speak to a cosmetic chemist who's actually a family friend.
Yeah.
Who checked everything over
They
for
refined
us.
our formula
refined our
that we had.
formula.
And then we went with that. So we just obviously continued making it the way that they refined it for us. But yeah, like it was such a long process. We changed 1,000 things 100 times. We nearly launched with something and my sister called me one day and she's like,
The scent. Okay, we had a citrus scent.
Yeah.
And it was nice.
But it wasn't
But
it.
I was in Bondi one day with Nick and the kids. No, I was with Nick, just with Nick. We're on a little getaway
Yeah.
with the kids at home. And I was like, I'm just not sure about this scent. And we walked past like a perfumery place and we were smelling everything and we came across a few scents and I'm like, this is what I want this to smell like.
Yeah.
I want it to be sexy, unisex, sensual,
Yeah.
woody, you know, have those sandalwood undertones. Citrus, I can't see a male using a citrus smelling product.
Yeah. I was going to
So
say,
I was
like,
so nervous.
I'm probably dumb, but isn't all shit unisex?
Yeah, well,
Do you know what I
it
mean?
is.
Like-
It just,
I
it's
guess
the
so.
scent, you know. It's
Yeah.
what it.
Okay.
some things are a
Yeah,
bit more
yeah, yeah.
masculine, some
Yeah,
smells
yeah.
are a bit more feminine.
Yeah. So I was so nervous to call her because we were ready to almost launch with
Yeah.
You had it
this
We
ready.
were
citrus,
going to buy
yeah.
it and we were going to get our
A
packaging,
packaging,
made.
buy bulk packaging, and
Yeah.
when we talk bulk, like it's a minimum of 2,000.
Yeah.
like half a container.
Yeah,
Shipped
full of
over.
stuff. Yeah. Anyways, I made the call and I'm like, look, I'm not set on the scent. I think we need to change it.
How did you feel?
I was like, I think you're right.
Oh.
It was so
That's why
funny.
we're so
Yeah.
like,
She was like, oh my
funny.
God, I thought you were going to kill me. Like, oh my God. And I was like,
And
"There's
that's when
something
you know
not right."
that we're just so
Yeah,
aligned
yeah.
with things. Yeah, she's probably thought it.
Yeah.
And I've come out with it.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. It just happens to us all the time. It's funny.
What products do you have at the moment?
So we have a nourishing body butter We
Yeah.
have a dry body brush, a exfoliant, a nourishing hair and scalp oil, and we have
An acetate comb. And we've just launched our minis, which we're so excited about.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Look, we just do what the people ask for, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's certain products, right? It's like it's for you. You made this for yourself, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now we're just
Because it's
like,
selling certain products you've got, like a
yeah.
the hair.
Yes, it's certain products, but I think we're just so grateful that we're now able to help people with their
Yeah.
skin concerns.
Yeah.
And
We've got a friend in particular who has psoriasis, and she's like, everything irritates me and I just can't calm down the redness, and nothing's like, so when we gave him the body butter, she's like, it just soothed everything. Like it was so nice and nourishing on their skin.
And most importantly, you know what's in it.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. It's almost like a kid drawing something as a child, and then he creates that thing and he just loves it. It's really, it's really cool because, like I said, it's not a generic thing. A lot of people don't go forward with their ideas.
Yeah,
Exactly.
A lot of people don't do that.
The
at all.
other thing is that skincare is so competitive.
Oh, it's
So you have to have a point.
That's what I mean.
The
Like,
market
that too.
is-
Like
yeah.
it's like the 4 major brands,
Yeah.
and then there's like no name brands.
Yeah.
Well, not no name brands, but no one buys
Starting
them.
off, especially. And I think the most important thing is to have a point of difference. So our point of difference is that we don't have any water in our products at all.
Yeah.
So you'll notice that if you look at ingredients, the first ingredient in most skincare brands and hair care brands, I'm telling you, if you look at it, the first ingredient will be water or aqua. So that's obviously
water
water.
is aqua. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's a Spanish
usually aqua. I
Aqua,
think I don't know why. I think it must be the botanical name or Inca
Okay.
name, or like I'm not sure, but that's usually what's on there. And usually,
So that's the dryness comes from the water.
well, usually what happens is when you put water in the product, which most products are diluted with
Yeah.
water up to 60 to 90% water. So that leaves hardly no room for skin ingredients. It's really like they also, because they're diluting it with water, water gets bacteria over time. So they need to
Yes.
put preservatives in it, which is other chemicals in it to counteract the bacteria
And you're
from the
putting
water.
that on your skin. Yeah.
And then it's like, so what actual ingredients that are helping your skin and nourishing your skin? It's probably like
Why would they do that in the
5 to
first
10%.
place? Is
To
it
make
just
mass
to make
produce.
mass produce.
That's
Yeah.
just
to
easier.
mass produce, and it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Sounds like
And then they put
like-
a price tag on it that's like absolutely ridiculous in the hundreds, and you're like, what am I paying for?
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That was another drive also for us to just
Yeah.
do something. And I find that our point of difference, is just, I don't know, we're pretty proud of it.
yeah.
Do you hear from your competitors at all?
I don't think we're at a stage to hear from competitors yet, but we do hear from a lot of customers who are using competitive brands
Yeah.
that
And they're
have
switching over?
changed. Yeah. That's why. So we do a lot of farmers markets, like Sunday
Yeah.
markets, and the only reason, like we always wanted to be an e-commerce brand, just sell online. That
Yeah.
was, that was
The idea.
the idea. But we found that people aren't able to try the product before they buy it. Whereas at the market, I think we turn over like 80% of people coming to us will purchase once they've tried the product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the idea of having the market so that people can actually try it. And that's another reason why we created the minis. A lot of people, they've either got really sensitive skin, they're like, I don't know if this is going to work for me. We had other people that are like, I'm traveling, overseas, or I'm traveling for a weekend away. Do you have something smaller? Because, my luggage is going to weigh down. Because that happened to me. I went to Europe and I was like, far out. It's like, bloody, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's glass.
I couldn't
It's
fit mine
easier.
in my torch. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Or some people want to put it in their handbag and, carry something around in
Smart.
their handbag. So, I think
We had actually already done a bulk order of minis, and they were going to be purely for,
like
to
to give away.
give away. We just had so much demand for minis that we thought, well, why not turn it into a pack?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And it's affordable. You get to try the products, try before you commit to a full.
Would you guys go offline? Would you, if someone come to you like put it in the store, would you do it?
We do stock in a few stores. Yeah, we've got
We have a few stockers.
five stockers, six
Yeah.
stockers.
Yeah.
Currently, but yeah, and also because we're a fairly new brand,
Yeah.
you want to open up any avenue you can.
Okay. So
yeah.
it's not always going to be online. If you have that door open, you can.
Yeah, So I think when we first started, we haven't even had our first birthday yet.
Yeah.
It's our first
it
birthday.
hasn't been a year?
No.
No.
On the 17th of November will be our first birthday.
Yeah.
So today.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes. Pretty much today.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah. Thank you.
Would you sell it?
The business.
The whole business?
That's too
It's
soon
our
to ask
baby.
that.
I don't know.
I don't know what else I would do. Like, as
Yeah.
much as I love makeup, like you're providing a service, and that gets tiring in
Yeah.
itself. Like, you always got to be on. Whether it's sometimes if I'm making, product with my sister, we can have a laugh and
Yeah.
Okay.
I can look like crap if I need to.
Exactly.
How about it was a lot of money?
Yes.
Yeah. Look,
Honestly,
hard.
it is so hard to say.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
the time,
like
the
for
effort you put
example,
into it as well.
I've also quit everything
For this?
For this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, what would you do after? My oldest daughter's starting school next year. I won't have so much time. What am I going to do? I could go back to Zumba. That was another one of my jobs.
yeah.
I was a Zumba instructor.
Really?
Yes, I
was
was
so
a Zumba
fun.
instructor.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This wasn't your typical Zumba class. It was full on. You'd be
like
sweating
sweat
beads.
sesh.
Yeah.
How long did you do that for?
I think like
Is that
four,
part of
4
your-
years.
Your dance period stage?
No, so that was after I quit dancing
Yeah.
completely. I'm like, wow, I'm too old to be like dressing up as like a boy in character. No, I'm past that. Everyone was younger than me. I'm like, no, that's done. I wanted to do something in dance, and I went to a Zumba class, and I was like, I can do this. I'm doing the course. That's it. And it was like a 2-day course, and that's it. You were qualified. I mean, the times have changed now. Like, if I
Wait.
wanted to go back,
So you just joined a Zumba class? And
Yeah.
who did you ask? The teachers, like, hey, how do I?
I just researched it.
Oh.
Yeah, at that time, Google was around, and my best friend, it still is my best
And
friend.
what'd you type? Like Zumba teacher?
Zumba instructor. Yeah, and the Zumba instructor program is called Zin, or at the time it was called
yeah.
Zin. So it kept taking me back to this Zin. I'm like, what is this Zin? It was just playing on my mind. I went to bed that night and I'm like, no, I need to continue researching this. I'm going to become a Zumba instructor. I'm doing it part-time.
Yeah.
And I made some good money doing Zumba instructing.
Really?
Classes
Yeah,
were booked
because so there were two ways. If you work, for example, I would work for a gym and
Yeah.
do the class, and I would get $50.
So it's like almost like a PT.
Yes, like to
You-
hold
no,
the
you are
class.
a PT.
If you're not technically. I just held the Zumba class, so it was 1 hour, or they might have a double class, so 2 hour, 1 hour, two 1 hour sessions, and I would do that for an hour, and I would get $50. But then I discovered that if I hire a place for $30 and get everybody to pay $10 a head, if my class was $50, if I had 50 people in my class, 30 to 50 people in my class, I'm making money,
I was going to imagine with that microphone.
Oh, yeah, I have the microphone.
She didn't need a
Oh,
microphone.
really?
I know, yeah. True that. Yes.
She didn't need
Yeah.
no microphone. She used
Yeah.
to be like, and 1, 2, 3, go! Like,
Yeah.
Will you
scream.
get classes?
Oh, it was so
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
The whole
My
family.
family.
Oh, really?
Oh, my whole
Whole
family used to
fam,
come to
friends,
classes.
like, new people that we met, they still remember Mel to this day.
cool,
And
eh?
I
ask
still
her.
get messages to this day saying,
Just to
are you coming back anytime soon?
Would you?
I would love to, but it's changed now. You actually need to have a certificate,
certificate.
as a PT to hold a Zumba class.
really?
Yeah. Whereas back then, I literally did a two day course, and I was a Zumba instructor, fully qualified.
But are you still full qualified, no?
Not anymore. No, I think it lapses.
changed, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
the times have changed. Yeah, and that's why you don't see many Zumba. Well, you probably wouldn't know, but you don't see many Zumba classes
Well, you can just
anymore.
go to YouTube and just...
Yeah, it's just not as fun. Like, it's the vibe. I don't know. I went and got myself, because the speakers at the gym were not loud enough for me. So I went and got myself 2 massive Baringa speakers. I used to cart them around everywhere after work 3 times a week, chuck them in my little Astra coupe, put the seats down so they would fit. I'd get there 10 minutes earlier, set up, so the music was blaring. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I wish I could do it again.
As a Zumba teacher.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Yes, I had to quit that too. Nick and I purchased a house that needed a lot of work. So, yeah, we did everything ourselves in that house. So that's where we spent all of our after work hours, weekend. Yeah, we had no life for a year. But now we have a beautiful home.
How do you guys feel so comfortable? Like, for me, like, I always have to have some sort of security to fall on. For you guys, it seems like, I'm quitting this and doing this. And it's always you research by yourselves. Like, for me, I'm looking for help. If I don't get it, I fucking start.
We do have help. Help. So the boys, our partners are amazing. Like, we need research on something. Nick's a civil engineer, so he's on it. He's a researcher.
Oh, that's good.
He's good with the operations.
He's great with operations.
Yeah.
So we've got our strengths. So we don't just work ourselves. The boys help us a lot too, and then we have our business partner Phil, who does all the
marketing
website side of things. Yeah, but it's the 5 of us, and we're the A team.
It seems like throughout your lives, it's always like you're not looking for anyone else's help. It's like my goal, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely get your self-doubts creeping through, and you're like, oh my God, is this going to work? Am I like doing this correctly? Am I
spending all this money?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's a lot of risk involved to put forward, especially, Mel, with kids too. Like it's,
Oh, yeah. Because you're not really thinking about the money. It's actually...
You're hoping that your passion drives
The money.
Correct.
Yes.
the money as
Correct.
well. So, like, we want to create a lifestyle where we love what we do, and we really do love what we do. We're
can tell.
obsessed with doing all of our content, and that's probably our strength, the content side of things, apart from formulating and all of that. But yeah, like we genuinely, absolutely love what we do.
You can tell. What's next?
I think probably a few more products.
Products?
Yeah.
Can you say?
We're currently working on a lip butter.
Like a balm?
Yeah.
Lip balm?
Yes. Yeah. So we tested a few formulations.
We have a few other
This week.
formulas.
Are you
but we're not
doing-
allowed to.
A tin.
Or
You saw that.
Are you
Okay.
doing, what is it?
It's
a
a-
tin or a...
Or a
what's it?
tube. Yeah.
Like a lipstick tube.
Yeah. We're going. Should I say?
No.
Okay. Sorry, can't say.
It better be the tin. Because I ain't buying now.
Yeah, so we tested a few formulations, and I actually just gave some out yesterday to our cousins.
To see how it goes.
Yeah.
See what they think. Give us
And we've
honest
already had
feedback.
positive feedback, which is good.
Do you always find that... do you trust your family's feedback? They always give you
They're
honest?
They're very
honest.
You're very honest?
Yeah, we tell them we want
'Cause that's what you would
hardcore
want.
truth.
Yeah.
We don't fluff about. If you
Yeah,
don't like
it's the
it,
last thing you want.
let us
I
know.
also have a few friends, really close friends of mine that are makeup artists, and in this or they're skin experts.
Yeah.
So I think giving it to those people as well, because it's their profession, they'll give you the honest feedback too.
Because that's important.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Getting-
yeah.
No
There's
one likes
nothing worse.
getting fluffed.
No, there's nothing
It's not.
worse because then it drives you in the wrong direction, and you've
'Cause
got to
that's
redo
something I have a
things.
problem too. I get turned off, even if you're even genuine. Like, oh yeah, you should do it. You should be good. You'll be good at it. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Self-doubt is a very big killer.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you say yes, it's so good.
Yeah.
It just keeps rolling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing this like yourself. Oh, not like yourselves, but I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I know it's going to open something else. Whatever it
Yes.
is. It could be a trip or it could be whatever it is.
Yeah, well, in saying that, every market that we've done, we've had something great come from it, because
Yeah.
at the start we were very skeptical about doing markets. Like, oh, I'm not doing a market. You know, like
It's a lot
I
of
know.
work too. You got to
It's
set
a
everything
lot of
up.
work, but it's also like, is it? I don't know. Is it? It just, we didn't think that it was the right fit for our brand and our aesthetics
And you don't really see
and the
skin
image.
products at the markets too.
Yeah.
No, but it's also worked in our favour because our stall is boss.
Super cute.
It's so
And it
good.
does stand out 'cause
and
it's
it stands
food
out.
and then-
Yeah.
Exactly, it stands out. So you get those double looks, and we just wanted people to at least see the name, remember
Yeah.
the name,
Yeah.
and then next time you
I
see
like
us
how you
again,
keep it plain but simple.
yes, yeah, yeah. I don't know what the point of that was. I started saying that. Because it's opened up the door. That's what I was
Oh, yeah.
saying. So, yeah, like we've had, either a stockist or, somebody else, somebody that's wanted to work with us somehow, or collaboration even, because, I mean, all of this costs money. Your photography,
Yes.
you're hiring a studio, everything.
Yeah. Wish I had the money to have an
Models, oh my
assistant.
gosh, yeah.
Set my stuff up.
Yeah.
So lip balm. That's it.
Lip
butter.
butter, actually.
Ah.
Yeah.
What's it? That's just your thing. Is it?
Yeah, it's very fitting because obviously we do a nourishing body butter. It's our most popular product. So we didn't want to do a lip balm. We went to a lip butter.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it. I think that's it. Happy?
That was fun.
It was
It
fun.
was fun.
Wasn't
You
as
know what?
scary as what I thought.
No. So we actually, again through friends of friends, we did a presentation at a yoga studio when we first launched, and we
Like
were petrified.
Like a PowerPoint presentation?
no, as in we had to talk about ourselves.
Yeah.
And it was the first time, and I remember we had like script after script after script, and it was just like, oh my God, what am I even saying? Like, it was just, I mean, we don't talk about ourselves ever.
Yeah.
And it's not until you get into these, get invited to these, interviews and things. And it was just, I feel like I listened back to that and I'm like, that was not natural at all. Like, just take a breath and relax.
Yeah.
That's like me. I don't prepare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were overly prepared. So the fact that you don't prepare is probably
I
a
don't
good
prepare
thing.
because that's the same thing. I just
Yeah.
get lost in it.
Yeah, I was like,
just-
stick to the schedule.
Yeah.
Because we were very much like, we'll just let the brand take its course
Yeah.
and
Yes.
it'll,
Yeah.
people don't really have to know like who's behind the brand
Yeah.
or
Yes.
whatever.
Well,
But
that was the
was
goal.
another
for
thing.
But
sure.
then we engaged with a marketing specialist, and she was like, "Look, I'm going to give you some statistics here, and there's probably like how much percentage of traffic was driving?"
70% was driven to our About Us page or
Oh,
the founders
really?
page.
We
hardly had any
we had
info on
hardly
there.
anything on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So she's like, "You need to get out there. You need to like be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
You have to like for your brand. You have to. People want to know about you. People want to know your story."
that's why we had to do an update of our website too. We added a backstory, more information.
Because people do look at that stuff.
Yeah,
They go,
yeah. I mean,
the
some
info.
people do. I can honestly say that
Yeah, I do.
I personally don't.
Oh, no?
So no, it wasn't even, the thought didn't even cross my mind. Like, if I like a product, I'm going to go buy it, and if I like it, I'll go back and buy it again.
Yeah.
But I don't go and look at the backstory of the person who's created the product. Yeah, whereas people
probably
do.
do.
I
Whereas
do.
you do.
I definitely do.
Yes, you do.
I wiki the shit
Yeah.
out of stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, reviews are also a big thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I do look at, reviews. If I'm going to purchase something, I want to make sure that the reviews are good. If I'm going to go and see someone, I want to make sure the reviews are good.
Yeah.
If I'm going to eat somewhere, I want to make sure the reviews are good.
Same. How do you feel about the people that you thought were going to be behind it aren't really? Because for
It's a
me,
touchy subject.
it is. It is
because it's true. Yeah.
Because
Yes.
for me, like, I expect 20 people to listen.
Yeah.
20 certain people to listen, and there's only 5 of them. And I'm pissed off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
for
know
me,
what you mean,
For me, I
yes.
shouldn't have to tell you to share it.
I know.
It should be automatic.
Yes.
But it's
If you
okay.
care-
But
I know,
I
but we
still
know-
get it. I get it. It's like, no, you don't have to share it. You don't have to do
Yeah.
anything. But for me, it's like, oh man, like.
Yeah, but what does it
I
do?
would-
How is it going to impact them sharing something for you?
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what we find. Like, a like, oh my
Goes- it
god,
goes a long way.
A like goes a long way.
does.
You know,
I
it
always say
helps
that.
with the algorithms.
Yeah.
It helps with everything.
Yeah.
A word of mouth, amazing.
Yeah.
If you
we're
like the
trying
product,
to do something. That's
Yeah.
all. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to do
Exactly.
something. That's
Yeah.
like you like everything else.
Yeah.
exactly, yes.
You know?
The
yes.
worst is when it's like, oh my God, I saw your thing. It looks so good. It's like,
Did you though?
Yeah.
Did you think it looked good? Because you didn't like it.
Yeah. No.
We're past
But,
that.
yeah,
At
we
the
are.
start,
Same.
honestly, at the start, it was very. I don't know. I actually used to get quite emotional about it, and I'm not an emotional person.
Yeah.
And it used to affect me, and I thought to myself, if I'm going to continue, like I
Yeah.
don't know, just
You can't
stewing
think-
over
yeah,
this.
yeah.
it's a waste of
It's a
time.
waste,
a waste
of
of
time.
time.
It is the biggest waste of time.
is.
So now we do things for us because we like
Yes.
it, and whoever else likes it, cool. If you don't, also cool.
Yeah.
The other thing is, like, you know, a long time ago, my husband said the friends and family favors run out. You know, like he was doing home loans at the time. Those favors run out, and I think if you're going to do a business, you got to look beyond the scope
Yes.
of
Correct.
your circle, your inner circle. You know, so
Yeah.
you have to think bigger than what it is. You have
Yeah.
to keep
Correct.
going and motivating yourself.
It did hurt.
Yeah, no,
I'm
trust
looking.
me.
It's like, huh, wait.
yeah,
Now you just say bye, Felicia.
Yeah, that's it.
yeah,
It's true.
yeah.
Because for me, like even to have a simple conversation, or I've met you by a handshake, and you got something up, I'm buying it or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah,
Still waiting for my T-shirt, by the way.
it's coming. Okay,
Right. If you
we
want
had we have had so many inquiries about the T-shirt, and that was like a quick. Let's wing it. I want T-shirts. We're launching. I'm going to get T-shirts.
Yeah.
So we literally went to Uniqlo, got a whole lot of T-shirts just for our team.
Yeah.
Five of us, six of us.
Yeah.
And my
since
parents,
then.
a few here and there, and we've been wearing them. And like the logo, like it wasn't like a planned thing. Like, oh, I want the logo this big or that small. It was like,
Smacked
bang!
on.
I want to smacked on the T-shirt, taking it
So
to the
good.
embroidery place.
Yeah.
He did it, and we've had so many questions about them.
Till this day, we're
We
still
still this
like,
day
we're
still
not sure.
Yeah, the boys just think that it might, like in all honesty, opening up here, draw attention away
Yeah.
from the actual
Sure.
products. But in another way, it's free advertising.
That
you
too.
know, so
And people actually love the little design and love
just-
that it's different
yeah,
and no
it's-
one else
Yeah.
has that kind of, you know.
yeah, the fact that it's embroidered
can
and
always
not
give it for free.
printed, and
Yeah.
yeah,
You can always give it for free.
yeah. Well, yeah, it's just another expense for us.
No, it's not for free, guys. It's not for- We're selling
Yeah.
them. We're selling them.
Yeah, so I mean, we might have a hidden link maybe soon, maybe.
So if people want to buy your stuff, where can they get it?
Sielo.store. It's SIELO.store. That's our website. Or you can come and visit us at the market. Yeah. Markets
Yep.
are always
What markets do you do?
good. So we do the Williamstown Market,
Yep.
which is in Robinson's Reserve. It's every second Sunday of the month.
Yep.
And we've been trying to do an Essendon market who's run by the same people.
Yep.
In Lincoln Reserve, Essendon.
So go and get your coffee, go get your groceries and come see us.
Your organic fruit and veg. Yeah.
Cool. Anything else? You want to plug anything else?
I think that is all.
That's all.
Thanks for
That's
coming on.
You should plug Dion's business. Hello.
No. You can if you want to. Where is he? He can do it himself.
It's a revamp of SFG to the funding agency.
Yeah. So if you guys listen to I don't remember episode with Dion Soldo, he's moved on from his last job. He sold his business. Can we say this?
I'll let him do another.
Anyways, he can do another episode. He can do
should have been
another
here
when
to
he's
say it.
when
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
reborn.
Yeah, reborn.
But we would like to maybe our stockist. Yeah, if you wanted to purchase, you can also purchase
our stockist.
our stockist, which is Broadway Room, High Street, Armadale,
Yep.
and Main Street, Sorrento. Paulina de los Reyes Beauty Clinic in Williamstown.
Yep.
We've got Second Ave Grocer.
Second Ave Grocer in Altona North. AV Beauty in Altona North.
We have Global Sisters.
Global
as
Sisters,
well.
which is
Whoa.
like an online,
Getting
online
there, girls.
marketplace.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Congratulations for your
Thank you.
being blast. And thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us. This was actually really fun. It was
Yeah.
a bit
Still
scary at the
nervous.
start.
Poor Vinny. made him wait an hour so we could set up. It's like I am not podcasting them again.
It's the perfectionist in us.
Sorry,
Oh, no.
perfectionist.
Thank you
Everything
very
is
much.
aesthetic.
Guys, go check their skincare products out. I do, and it works very well. For me, yeah, you can like if you want.
Like and share.
Like and share.
Vinny's podcast, Work is
Yes,
Work.
Work is Work podcast. It's on Spotify, now on YouTube Music, and yeah, that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.
Ciao.
I put the work in, whole squad be urchin.